I'm Jenny Fern and welcome to my library. I am a chaotic neutral mechanical engineer who's really into permaculture and wants to talk about books. So let's talk about books. Maybe like a month ago now, I saw a video just in my recommended from Jack that was a couple years old probably at this point, that was buying and reading the books that are sold only for aesthetic purposes. And I was like, wait, this seems so fun. I would love to do that as well. And I just kind of had it in my brain. I didn't even really watch the full video, sorry. And I didn't want to just before doing this in case it like changed the way that I approached the video myself. I was sitting and waiting at a CarMax. And so I was thinking, I'm just gonna buy the books now. I'm just gonna go on Etsy, I'm gonna find the books, I'm gonna buy the books. So the concept of these books, they're like for staging purposes, they're for filling up a home with books, filling up a scene with books. They are sold as one color in case you want something that looks like good together. If you want to have like a cute stack of books, this is what this is for. They are also sold by the foot, which is, to me, the strangest way I have ever bought books. So I decided to go with the cheapest color. And I think there's a couple of cheaper colors, but black is one of the most abundant colors, and that was one of the cheapest. But oh my god, I would love to buy pink, because imagine, like, I haven't seen that many pink books, like that's the whole reason why they're so expensive. But what kinds of books are gonna be pink? I also thought that if I got black books, they would probably have the most variety. So I haven't opened this up. Before they ship the books, they did send me a picture of the books to see if it would work for me. And I just looked, they were all books. I didn't look at the titles, I didn't look into them, and I said, yes, that's fine. So these are my stack of aesthetic black books, kind of like a little mystery bag. And now I'm thinking like, ooh, wouldn't it be fun to get a mystery box of books? Like, I don't know. Today we're gonna unbox this. I'm going to give you my genuine reaction to the book, and then we will look up what the book is, and I'll give a little bit of a summary and stuff like that. So I think it's a strange concept for people who read and love books to buy books just for the aesthetic reason. But I feel like I kind of do that all the time, because I'll read a book as an audiobook, or I'll read it as a library rental or whatever, and then I'll buy the physical copy just to have on my shelves. I've basically realized how much joy it brings me to be surrounded by the books that I've read and loved. I do that. It's just that they mean something to me because I've read them, whereas these won't mean anything to me because I don't even know what they are. Oh, I should say, yes, I did buy 1 foot of black books. So the first book I have is called Profiles in Corruption by Peter Schweizer. This is a Harper book. This is what it looks like. It's a black hardcover. Oh, interesting. Okay. Abuse of Power by America's Progressive Elite. Interesting. I would never buy this book for myself. Ever. This is copyright 2020. I really wonder why they have this book. Like, how do the people who sell these books get these books? Like, where did this come from? Like, was this a used book? So the contents, there's Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Klobuchar, and some various other folks. This one's throwing me. This one is really throwing me. I'm a little concerned about the one-sidedness of this. That has really thrown me for the first book to be a book that I genuinely don't want. It's weird. It is a little weird. So the next book I have is A Snapshot by Liz Wheel. Okay, so it looks like she is a mystery, maybe thrillery. Okay. Okay, so her dad was an FBI agent. This was published in 2014. This review says, A Snapshot is fiction, but it takes us along the twisted path of race in America in a way that is closer to the human experience than most history books. Inspired by actual historical events and informed by Liz Wheel's formidable personal and professional background. This again is something I would never pick up, just because I genuinely am not really familiar with this genre. She was a Harvard Law School graduate and former federal prosecutor, a popular legal analyst and commentator on the Fox News channel. Why did they send me these books? Am I going to be radicalized? Looking at this, the font and the title looks very playful. It's Attack of the 50-Foot Wallflower, and this is by Simon & Schuster. It's by an author named Heidegger, and it is also purple, which is totally unexpected because, you know, the spine is black, and it's sold by the spine cover. You know, honestly, if I were buying black books and I got a purple book, I might be a little confused. Okay, so this is a Simon & Schuster book for young readers, Attack of the 50-Foot Wallflower, and it looks like it was a movie. Screenplay by Christian McKay Heidegger, based on a story by Christian McKay Heidegger. I feel like this would be fun, though. I feel like I would have fun with this. Oh my gosh! There's like a whole... I feel like there's a lot of effort in this book. There's a lot of like print, like black pages and stuff. That's kind of fun. Okay, this has not been a full bust where I'm just gonna get a bunch of conservative talking points. Oh, again, this is a blue book. So this is clearly a used book because there's all of these like pen indentations on it. So I have to assume that this was a book that was used. And it's also pretty dirty, to be honest. So this is Free Fall by Kyle Mills. This is a HarperCollins publication. This font is huge. This was copyright 2000. It is a fiction. I'm gonna guess that this is maybe like young adults, just because of how big the font is. There are no clues in here. Yeah, there's really very little content inside the pages of these books besides the story itself, so I'm gonna have to look this one up quite a lot. This is a textbook. This is a textbook. It's by McGraw-Hill. The Customer Rules by Beamer Shook. And Beamer Shook, I'm guessing is 2 last names, but that's a crazy name. So The Customer Rules. The 14 indispensable, irrefutable, and indisputable qualities of the greatest service companies in the world. And yes, it's by C. Britt Beamer and Robert L. Shook. This is from 2009. This is a textbook about companies. So this might be kind of interesting. Again, really not something I'm interested in very much at all. And yeah, this is also a yellow book. This one's huge. This is a huge book. It's called Deception on His Mind by Elizabeth George. This is a Bantam book. It has a map. That's unexpected for me. So this seems like some sort of mystery kind of thing. This is copyright 1997. Where is the man who has the power and skill to stem the torrent of a woman's will? For if she will, she will. You may depend on it. And if she won't, she won't. So there's an end on it. And that is from the pillar erected on the mount in the Dane John Field in Canterbury. I'm I'm intrigued by this, but it's incredibly long. This is over 400 pages. Then we have a book by Diane Keaton called Then Again, and this is a Random House publication. So this is Diane Keaton's memoir. I don't know anything about Diane Keaton. I really don't. It was written in 2011. I would never pick this up. I would never pick up Diane Keaton's memoir. Like I said, I don't really know anything about her. I don't even think I can picture who this is. Was she in Silence of the Lambs? Is that who this is? Whoa. We've got something here. So this book is Planets and Possibilities. And I was like, ooh, I love science. I would love a science textbook. And then it says, explore the worlds beyond your sun sign. This is by Susan Miller. And it's published by Warner Books. And it's this really beautiful navy color. Ooh, this one's old. I can tell that it's old. It's very yellow. Oh, it's not that old. It's only 2001. So this is a book about astrology. This is the full theme of this video. I would never pick this book up. Now I'm a little interested. But it's a lot to dedicate to learning about something that I don't think has any ruling in our lives ever. So that's interesting. Then we get something that I've heard about and I think I would be quite interested in, actually. And it's Michael Crichton's Dragon Teeth. And then this book is really dirty. It has a white cover that has got all these smudges in it, and then it has the embossing of like a dinosaur head. Ooh, there's a map. Ooh, deckled edges as well. I just feel like I've seen this quite a lot recently. Is this like a new one? 2017. Actually interested in this. So that's cool. Finally. I am disappointed, and I think I maybe should have gone with like pink books. Or red books maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of sad. I don't even want to do the second half of this video right now. I think I'm gonna go garden. I think I spent maybe like $30 or maybe up to like $40 with shipping and stuff like that for these books, which is not a bad deal for a foot of books. Bad part of it is that there are things here that I genuinely don't want. It might be interesting to read a chapter out of each one and do a reading vlog. So, you know, maybe content. Maybe I could get some content. Is this how Jack's video went? Was he deeply disappointed? At least I got this Michael Crichton book. I'll be back for more torture. Hello, it is the following day, and I have now built up the courage to give the plot summaries and author bios for the books that I've pulled out of this box. I do have to say, I was disappointed by what I pulled out, and I definitely don't want to read some of these books. So what I've thought for future videos considering these books, I could read the first chapter of each book and basically see if I'm going to get rid of them or not. So let's go through these. So the first book I have is Attack of the 50-Foot Wallflower by Christian McKay Heidegger. In this quirky novel, Phoebe, a shy teenager, suddenly grows to towering heights, forcing her to confront her fears and navigate high school as a giant. Christian McKay Heidegger is an American author known for his imaginative and offbeat young adult novels, often blending elements of humor and fantasy. He explores themes of identity and self-discovery with a unique voice. This Profiles in Corruption is probably what I'm least happy to have, basically because it's very one-sided. This is only about corruption from the left. If it had examples of corruption from both the right and the left, I think it would be more open to the perspective of just learning about corrupt politicians, because politicians are corrupt. There is corruption in politics. Peter Schweizer investigates the corrupt practices of prominent American political figures, revealing the depth of corruption within the political elite. Peter Schweizer is an American investigative journalist, political consultant, and author. He is known for his critical examination of political corruption and influence peddling in his writings. This next book I'm also a little bit wary of. That is Snapshot by Liz Wheel. When a photojournalist uncovers a conspiracy involving a powerful senator, she must race against time to expose the truth before she becomes the next target. Liz Wheel, an American author, legal analyst, and former prosecutor. She is known for her suspenseful novels that often blend legal thrills with gripping mysteries. This next book is called The Customer Rules. This is by Beamer and Shook. This is a textbook that gives a few case studies of companies that have done business very well in terms of like customer service. So it is the 14 indispensable, irrefutable, and indisputable qualities of the greatest service companies in the world. Then we have Free Fall by Kyle Mills. In this gripping thriller, CIA agent Beeman Blake is on a mission to stop a deadly terrorist plot while battling his own personal demons and navigating a web of betrayal. Kyle Mills is an American author known for his high-octane political and espionage thrillers. He seamlessly combines pulse-pounding action with intricate plots and compelling characters. This is not the type of book I would usually read. Then we have Dragon Teeth by Michael Crichton. Set in the Wild West, this historical fiction novel follows a young Yale student who becomes embroiled in the intense rivalry between paleontologists as they race to uncover dinosaur fossils in the American West. That sounds very interesting. Michael Crichton was a prolific American author known best for his techno-thriller novels such as Jurassic Park and The Andromeda Strain. His work often explore the intersection of science, technology, and human nature. This next book is maybe the most unexpected, I suppose. This is Planets and Possibilities by Susan Miller. Renowned astrologer Susan Miller provides personalized insights into astrology, offering guidance on how planetary movements can influence individual destinies and life paths. Susan Miller is a respected astrologer and author known for her accurate predictions and in-depth analysis of astrological trends. She has gained a large following through her popular website and columns. I don't believe in astrology. Then Again by Diane Keaton. In this candid memoir, actress Diane Keaton reflects on her life, career, and relationships, offering intimate glimpses into her personal struggles and triumphs. Diane Keaton is an Academy Award-winning actress, director, and author. Known for her distinctive style and versatile performances, she shares her experiences and insights with honesty and wit. I think Diane Keaton is the one in You Got Mail, right? Because before I was thinking she was that one that was in Silence of the Lambs. I think that's a totally different person. And then the last book that we have today, because our 10th book is from St. Martin's Press, Deception on His Mind by Elizabeth George. Detective Inspector Thomas Lindley and Sergeant Barbara Havers investigate a complex case involving a mysterious death in a remote English village, uncovering layers of deception and betrayal. Elizabeth George is an American author of mystery novels, best known for her Inspector Lindley series. With intricate plots and well-developed characters, she crafts compelling stories that delve into the complexities of human nature and society. This sounds fine. It sounds fine. I guess a remote English village, that sounds kind of interesting. It's just so incredibly long. I'm like, that's what we got here. And that's it. I don't know what I was expecting when I did this. I thought I might get something that like seemed like a gem, like something old and unique. That's kind of what I was thinking, because if I'm going to a thrift store and I'm picking up books, like hardcover books that have spines of a certain type, I might be thinking, oh, okay, these are going to be older, compelling books. Like I'm thinking this book, which was my favorite from all of last year, The Ways of a Mud Dauber. This was a naked hardcover with a black spine, but it makes sense that we would get probably more modern books and also books that are really thick. It makes sense from like this market that you would want to get the most bang for your buck in this, like selling it by the foot, if you get a thick ass hardcover. So I understand why I got what I got, but this isn't what I wanted. I'll be honest, maybe I should have said that I didn't want certain books, and maybe I should have looked them up when I was doing the initial review of what the books looked like. That's it for my dumb little experiment. I didn't think I would regret this much. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked this video, please consider sharing it with somebody who you think would also like the video. Consider subscribing and liking, and I will talk to you again soon.